Greetings, this is Mayanna from Ancient Chart Music and Art, also of Ancient Chart Jewelry on Etsy. I wanted to show a few things that I have for sale. For instance, something a bit more traditional with some embellishments, a basic wire wrap piece, just affixed traditionally around the stone, with some little crooked areas to keep things securely in place, trying to complement the stone as much as possible while holding it firmly in place using different color wires, silver plated and wooden beads, and a firm bail to hold it all in place. Comes with a free leather or black satin, otherwise known as rat tail, necklace. I offer a few different versions of inches: 24, 26, 28, and 30. And I can custom make those for you, adjustable or tied. Here's another piece that is embellished upon a more traditional way. This one actually has a hole in the top. The wire is sent through, wrapped around several times for sort of a primal look, and then some sacred circle of life spirals, all done with a beautifully dyed piece of green quartz. And it's very firm. Once the wire is worked with, it hardens. And I've worn many of these that have stayed in place for 5-6 years. So I just wanted to make people aware of the fact that although you don't want to go playing with the spirals and stuff, it is pretty durable jewelry to just wear for special occasions. I wouldn't wear it in the water. I have done that in the past, and I'll wear some of the coating that they put on the surface of the copper to give it a certain color, such as this vintage bronze, that you more or less want to keep in place, make it last good as long as possible. I send each one in a plastic bag and can be given as a gift in a small cotton or burlap eco-friendly gift bag that I give out. All right, so here we have this one. This one is an agate with a starfish charm to accent everything. I try to leave part of the stone visible so that people can enjoy it in its polished form as well as its embellished form with all this weaving going around. This is a newer and more unique design for me. Definitely a one-of-a-kind gift. Here's some other stuff that I have, something that is simple but brilliant. This beautiful dyed piece of sliced stalactite, believe it or not, and they call it solar quartz. And then they dye it like a tie-dye. And I have wrapped this in silver-plated wire, decorated with some circle of life spirals and kinked into place so it is rather firm. Nice. Then we have, I really get into these primal ideas, like I really have a good time with it. And I really have a good time with starfish and skulls and stuff like that. More often starfish and like a turtle or something, or an elephant. But more circle of life spirals. This is done in more or less a traditional way of wrapping a spearhead, arrowhead, whatever you would choose to call it. And then once again, you have the bail that has become firm as it ages for a day or two. This is the latest piece I have done, and I actually sold this to somebody. It has two types of weaves going over each other in sort of an, what would you call it, avant-garde kind of way, I guess. And this is a piece of Mojave spiny copper, turquoise, where the turquoise actually gets naturally colored by the copper itself. That's also within the stone. Then it's cut and polished, and they turn it into this thing, and I thought it would match beautifully with vintage brownstone copperware. So there it is. Another one, more unique, but I try to make one-of-a-kind stuff. Here's one I made using square wire. What's nice about square wire is you got a nice edge going to everything. So it gives it an additional texture. When you make spirals out of it too, or just little curls as they have here, that also gives it a bit of a distinctive look. It's also going to harden more firmly than regular wire. So anyway, I tried to use it to bring out the best in this beautiful, crazy lace agate. Look at that red, against the brown. It's like such a natural tone item. I absolutely love it. Then we have some fossil action going on. As I said before, I like to deal with the primal stuff a lot. Just work with those ideas from antiquity. from the different tribes that we all used to be, you know. And this is what we call a tube weave here, in which a tube is wrapped upon a tube in the form of a spiral. Has a wire at its center. But once again, I tried to minimally wrap it and then embellish it around it to bring out the beauty of the fossils themselves. Then I got a few of these guys. These are hand woven. This is what you call just a regular hemp weave. And this pouch is permanent in place, but I used the style of the pouch to wrap this beautiful sunstone. Just got a lot of cool stuff going on. It's a little bit of glue in there holding it in place too, but you'd never see it. It's all tucked under. So this one's nice. This one actually does adjust as I wove an additional piece here. And then you just go like this to lengthen it, pull it on the ends, and then you pull it on the knots to shorten it. So if you go to www.ancientchartjewelry.etsy.com, I believe it is, and I'll link it down below, you can see all this stuff and what it's going for. And I do take offers, reasonable offers, for certain items. So here's another one I made, which is also permanently placed. This is Dalmatian jasper, which is a wonderful thing to call it. This one is done in a spiral weave. That's really cool. So what we have here is we have this regular, more rope kind of weave here, a metal silver-plated bead that moves up and down so you can get it to adjust to where you might like it. More information is available on the website. And then this, I took some lampwork glass beads and I decided to make them all a trio to make this beautiful bohemian looking necklace. Love lampwork glass and all that they include in it. And once again, we have a spiral weave. And we got a bead we can move up and down to shorten it, pull it out to lengthen it. It's pretty cool, you know. So there we have those items. And I'll talk about a couple more. This one, for instance, is a really cool little piece. It has little moon charm on it that's affixed firmly in place. Brass wire is beautiful in that it's even stronger than copper wire. So once again, it's running through the piece, the wire. So if you're worried at all about it coming apart, that is not going to happen. Little natural discoloration there. They actually took this nice piece of agate and dyed it a nice almost chrysoprase color, but it's just basically a piece of agate. Just has that cool color that they matched up very well somehow. Then I got some lapis. Check this guy out. It's big, got the wire running through it, and then backed up on the other side, kinked to keep everything in place. This is silver-plated wire. I got a spiral made up of wound. Took some fine wire and rounded around this spiral and then wrapped it into place. A little graceful play with the wire around this tube weave. And it is a lovely piece of lapis. Look at that. All right, so I just wanted to take some time, and introduce y'all to the kind of things that I do. And I do throw in things like free bracelets and with every order, everyone that buys something. So you'll get some kind of free item, a free cotton or burlap gift bag, whatever I have available. You know, those little wedding favor gift bags. So you can give it to someone. And if you keep it in the plastic bag with the free necklace that I give you, it'll last a long time. So thank you so much for checking out this video and, checking out my little humble channel. And I hope this gives some insight into the kind of thing that I do on Etsy. Thanks so much. Bless.